Good morning, students all. Last class we finished the atomic corner exercise. Today we will start the KCET corner. What they are asking: a train is moving slowly on a straight track with a constant speed of 2 meter per second. A passenger in the train starts walking at a steady speed of 2 meter per second to the back of the train in the opposite direction of the motion of the train. So, to an observer standing on the platform directly in front of that passenger, the velocity of the passenger appeared to be, it will be 0. Why it is 0? See, here train velocity is 2 meter per second, means here in 2 meters time, in 1 second time, this train will move 2 meter forward. So man is here, he will also move 2 meter, but he is walking in the backward direction with a velocity of 2 meter per second, means he moves backward 2 meter, so again he will come to the starting point. So from any person is observing here, train is moving forward, man is moving backward with the same velocity. So this person will appear stationary for the person standing on the platform. So what to write? Distance traveled by train in 1 second is equal to distance traveled by man in 1 second. Both are in opposite direction, so man will appear to be stationary. Therefore, velocity of man for a person standing on the platform, that value will be equal to 0. Next, second question. A motor boat covers a given distance in 6 hours moving downstream on a river. It covers the same distance in 10 hours moving upstream. The time it takes to cover the same distance in the still water. So, what the question is here? River is flowing in the downward, in one direction river is flowing. So here a boat is there. In the downstream, let it be velocity of the boat. In the downstream, to reach to some point, that boat is taking a time of 6 hours. In the upstream coming means river is going down, boat is coming upward. Then it will take a time of 10 hours to cover the same distance. In the downstream, it is taking 6 hours. Upstream, to cover the same distance, it is taking 10 hours. To cover the same distance in still water, water is not moving. How much time it is taking? That is the question. So, downstream, if we take distance by velocity of the boat plus velocity of the river, both will be added. In the upstream, velocity of the boat and velocity of the river will be in opposite direction. Okay? If you add these two, what we will get here? See, we will do like this. This value VB plus VR is equal to d by td. Here VB minus VR is equal to d by Tu, let it be equation 1, let it be equation 2. We'll do 1 plus 2. How much? Vb plus Vr plus Vb minus Vr d by Tu plus d by Td plus Tu. So Vr will cancel this 2Vb. Here d, if we take common, Tu plus Td by Td Tu. We'll do one thing. I am writing this one in this format. 2 Td Tu by Tu plus Td is equal to d by Vb. D by Vb is what? Distance by velocity of the boat. Means river is not flowing, river is stationary. So this will be time to cross the river in still water. Okay. So this time only we needed. So how much this value will be? D by Vb will be T. T is equal to T 2 Td to Tu by Td plus Tu. They gave this is 6 hours, this is 10 hours. So this is 2 into 6 into 10 by 6 plus 10. So 120. So if we calculate this, 12 into 10 by 16, 4 4s, 4 3s, 30 by 4, this value will be 7.5 hours. So, option for this will be second option. Second question, second option. Directly you can use the formula. How this formula has came means all this procedure. Directly you can use this formula. Next, third one completed. Fourth one you see. Third one no need ma graphical question. Third, just leave that third question. See the fourth question. A person throws a ball into air vertically upward in regular intervals of time of 1 second. The next ball is thrown when the velocity of the ball thrown earlier becomes 0. The height to which the ball will raise. Person is throwing the balls regularly. First ball reaches to the highest point, velocity becomes 0 means. At that time second ball is thrown means first ball after 1 second its velocity becomes 0. Its time of ascent is 1 second. Indirectly they are giving. Time of ascent formula U by G. So this is equal to 1 is equal to U by G. U is equal to, take G as 10 meter per second. So U is equal to 10 meter per second. How much height it will raise? H is equal to U square by 2G. 10 square by 2 into 10. 100 by 20. This value will be 5 seconds. Okay. So, no. Height, na? This will be meter. So, 5 meter. Fourth question. It will be fourth option. Fifth question. A lift is moving up with an acceleration of 5 meter per second square. A ball is dropped from a height of 1.25 meter. The time taken by the ball to reach the floor of the lift is how much? See, lift is going upward. In that lift, one ball is dropped. How much time it will take to reach the ground? Actually, freely falling body 1 by 2 gt square. This is the formula. but lift is going upward, so net acceleration will be g plus a we had to take. H value 1.25, 1 by 2, g10 a5, this will be t square. So t square is equal to 2.5 by 50. If we calculate this, 0.167, then t is equal to square root of 0.167. That's it. So this value 0.4 seconds. Okay. Option for this fifth question, it will be 4. Next, sixth question. A car moves from A to B with a speed of 30 km/h, B to A with a speed of 20 km/h. What is the average velocity? So, here average velocity is equal to, distance is same, so 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. v1 v2 values are given 2 into 30 into 20 by 30 plus 20. So 2 into 30 into 20 by 50. 0, 0 you cancel. 5 6's will cancel. 4 6 are 24 km/h. So sixth it will be second option. Next, seventh. A body starts from rest, moves with constant acceleration for t seconds. In the first half of the time it traveled x1. Next half of the time it traveled x2. Relation between x1 and x2. In equal intervals of time, distance traveled by a body moving with uniform acceleration will be in the ratio 1:3:5 so on. So here x2 value will be equal to 3x1. Okay. So seventh, it will be third option. Next, eighth. Eighth graphical question, leave that. Ninth graphical leave. 10th question you see. Body falls freely for 10 seconds. What is the average velocity during the journey? Here velocity will be 0. It falls 10 seconds. How much velocity will be there when it touching the ground? V is equal to gt. 10 into this value is 10. This will be 100 meter per second. What is the average velocity in this journey? Initial plus final velocity by 2. 0 plus 100 by 2. This value 50 meter per second. Okay. 10th, it will be second option. Next, 11th you see, car is moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second, stops in a distance of 40 meter. If the same car is moving with double the velocity, distance traveled by it for the same retardation. Already we did this one, I think. Where we did this one, 98. In atomic corner, 99th question. And this 11th question, both are same only. So option for this 11th will be third option. Same question, same values also. 12, 13 no need, just leave that one. Graphical questions. Next, neat corner. First question. A ball is dropped from a high platform at t is equal to 0 starting from rest. After 6 seconds, another ball is thrown down from the same platform with velocity v, with speed v. The two balls met after t is equal to 18 seconds. What is the value of v? One ball is dropped from here. It is coming like this. After 6 seconds time, another ball is thrown down with a velocity of v. These two balls met at the same location after it is dropping after 18 seconds. Means it is taking 18 seconds, for example, to come from here to here. Because it is thrown down after 6 seconds, it will take 12 seconds to come from here to here. It will take 18 seconds because it is thrown down, it is dropped, it is thrown down with a velocity v, so it is taking 12 seconds. Distance traveled by these two will be same. So here S is equal to what will happen? 1 by 2 g into 18 square. For that what will happen? V into 12 ut plus half at square. 1 by 2 into g into 12 square. These two will be same, equate these two. So 1 by 2 g into 18 square is equal to 12v. 1 by 2 g into 12 square. Bring this one to this side. G by 2 we can take common. 18 square minus 12 square is equal to 12v. 10 by 2 this is. G means 10. So 10 by 2. This is 324. This is 144 is equal to 12v. If we calculate this, we will get this value as, this is 180. 5 into 180 is equal to 12v. 6 2s, 6 30s, 2 15s. So we will get finally v is equal to 75 meter per second. So first question, it will be first option. Next. Second question you see, initial velocity is given, acceleration is given. After 10 seconds, what is its velocity? Simple question. V is equal to u plus at. U value how much? 3i plus 4j plus a value 0.4i 0.3j into 10. Then this value 3i plus 4j plus 4i plus 3j. Then 3i plus 4i will be equal to 7i. 4j plus 3j, this value will be 7j. They are asking its magnitude. So modulus of v is equal to, this is v bar actually, here these are vectors. So this is square root of 7 square plus 7 square. This value 7 root 2 meter per second. Okay. Option for this will be second option. Second question, second option. Next, third question you see. Particle moves a distance x in time t according to the equation x is equal to t plus 5 power minus 1. The acceleration of the particle is proportional to what? They give x value. Then relation between acceleration and velocity is what they are asking. So x is equal to t plus 5 power minus 1. Velocity is equal to dx by dt. If we differentiate this one, minus 1 into t plus 5 minus 1 minus 1. N into x power n minus 1. N value will be minus 1. So this value minus t plus 5 power minus 2. Next, acceleration is equal to dv by dt. I will do one thing before doing this. I will write v power 3 by 2. Here I took power 3 by 2. There also I should take power 3 by 2. Minus 2 into 3 by 2. 2 will cancel. V power 3 by 2 is equal to minus t plus 5 power minus 3. Just for the next step it will be useful. That's why I am writing like this. Next, again if we differentiate this one velocity, A is equal to dv by dt. Velocity is this one actually. Here I took power 3 by 2 just for easy calculation. Then what will happen? Minus into minus 2 t plus 5 minus 2 minus 1. So A is equal to 2 t plus 5 power minus 3. This minus is there, already minus 2 is came, minus into minus plus. But t plus power minus 3 is equal to how much? Minus 2 into minus v power 3 by 2. This is from 1. So A proportional to v power 3 by 2. This is the relation between acceleration and velocity. So third one, this is third one. Option for this will be first option. Second question 7 root 2 we got. Next, fourth question you see. What they are asking, fourth question. A boy standing at the top of a tower of 20 meter drops a stone, dropped. When it is hitting the ground, what will be its velocity? V is equal to root 2gh. 2 into 10 into h value will be 20. This will be 400. This will be 20 meter per second. How much velocity it will touch means 20 meter per second. Next, fifth question. Body is moving with a velocity of 30 meter per second towards east. 10 seconds velocity becomes 40 meter per second towards north. Magnitude of average acceleration of the body. Here direction is also important. When direction is given, how to calculate? Let us see. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. If we write the directions, this will be north, east, south, west. This is positive x-axis na. Here unit vector will be I cap. Here unit vector will be minus I cap. Here unit vector will be j cap. Here unit vector will be minus j cap. These are, if this is the room, this will be north, east, south, west. Like this it will be there. This will be upward, this will be downward. For upward, unit vector will be k cap. Downward, unit vector will be minus k cap. If you assume this is a room, this will be north, this will be south, east, west, upward k cap, downward minus k cap. Like that we had to take. Now here what happened, initial velocity is 30 meter per second along east. So 30 I cap. Next, final velocity will be how much this is? 40 meter per second along north. North, what is the unit vector? J cap. In the time of 10 seconds. What is the acceleration? A bar is equal to, we had to take like this, V bar minus U bar by T. So V bar minus U bar means 40 J cap minus 30 I cap by 10. Magnitude, if we calculate modulus of A bar, its magnitude will be 40 square plus 30 square by 10. So 1600 plus 900, 2500. So it becomes 50 by 10. This value 5 meter per second square. Acceleration will be 5 meter per second square. Fifth question, first option. Okay. Next, sixth question you see. Okay, we'll stop with this now. We'll continue in the next class.